Hey, pal. I just want to say I feel terrible about earlier. I don't want any hard feelings, so I figured why not be the bigger man and just give you a call.
Is Ramona with you?
I don't know. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Jeez, buddy, it's gonna be all right.
Tell me about preparing for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which on the face of it could be seen as a slackerish youth rom-com, but is in actual fact pretty much an action movie. How was that as a stretch for all of you?
Well, it was a literal stretch for a while. Every morning for 2 months we would stretch. Sorry, I tried to. Didn't work. Didn't work.
No, I thought it was nice.
Didn't work. Move on. Move on. Move on. Move on. Don't. No.
I was taking.
Now we're talking about it too long. We're
Okay,
talking.
I'm sorry.
Michael, it was good.
I like stretching.
So we stretched a lot, and we also did a lot of conditioning, push-ups and running, and it was a good bonding time for all of us, getting to see each other and see how foolish we looked, trying to punch and running and doing squats.
The film is directed by one of our own, by Edgar Wright, who hails from Somerset here in England. What makes him ideal to make a film set in the indie youth scene of Toronto?
I think the great thing about it is that Edgar, he says that they had Brian Lee O'Malley, who wrote the comics, took all this reference photography notes and was drawing from photographs. And so he says that without Brian Lee O'Malley and all those notes and all like the research of all these real places, he wouldn't have been able to do it. He credits Brian Lee O'Malley with like making it possible for him to make this movie kind of become familiar with the Toronto of Scott Pilgrim.
It's a beautiful city. You know, Toronto is like the New York of Toronto.
That's on its tourist literature, yeah?
It's true.
Yes. Yeah. Spray painted all over the city.
Tell me about the whole concept of evil exes. Mary, why evil exes? Why can't you just kind of leave them behind?
Well, I don't think they're actually evil. They're probably not so bad. I think they're just really bitter because Ramona has broken up with them in ways that maybe weren't so nice or thoughtful.
Sorry.
Listen, as you know, I'm opening a new KS theater in Toronto, and the Sex Pops are playing our grand opening tonight, and it would feel really weird for all of us if you weren't there. They just did a sound check, and the acoustics in here are amazing!
Yeah, maybe I'll see you there.
I hope so, amigo. I don't want any more bad blood between exes. What do you say? Okay, laters.
What a perfect ass. Forget what I said earlier.
Brian Lee O'Malley, when I was talking to him, he said, remember, this whole movie is through Scott Pilgrim's eyes, and maybe if there was a real Gideon, he would be a good record producer, club owner. But because it's through his eyes and the way he perceives the world, you have to be his worst nightmare. And that was awesome for me because I literally could just focus on Michael and be his worst nightmare as an evil ex.
So by that implication, Jason, you must be in real life some people's worst nightmare.
I don't know. I don't feel like people are being honest with me. I mean, yes, I'm sure I'm someone's worst nightmare. Yeah. I've got to be.
And what about the two of you, Kieran, Michael? Have you fought evil exes off screen?
Off screen? Off screen. On screen.
I don't really remember most of my off-screen life.
Right.
The way I sort of can categorize my memories are by watching my work.
Yeah.
But I did receive a nasty email once.
What is that?
Yeah, from a girlfriend's. The girl I was dating, her ex, sent me a kind of an angry email. Yeah.
What did it say?
It's should I say what it said? It was just one sentence. It said, "There are millions of people out there." Like I snatched her away.
That's an amazing email. That's a zinger.
I couldn't believe it. You know, I couldn't believe that I was like the other guy. It's not a good feeling being the bad guy in that guy's movie. Have to go.
I'm going to move on to questions from the great beyond.
Great.
The first question is from Ninja Kettle. I don't think that's their real name. And they say, why didn't you shoot the film in 3D?
I mean, this film already it's maxed out to the 2D.
I think it would cause heart attacks.
If you put it in 3D, I feel like it would be a health risk, and
It's
we'd
already-
lose a lot of our audience.
It's already visually stupefying.
Yeah,
It'd be way too much in 3D.
yeah.
This movie in 3D would be like a normal movie in 5D.
This movie in 3D would be like Avatar in 2D.
Would it?
Yes,
Whoa.
Too much and not enough.
yes. Yeah.
The other one on a similar theme by Tim Awesome. If Jesse Eisenberg...
That's not his real name.
Jesse Eisenberg is his real name. Is Jesse Eisenberg the neighbor Cera, and could Michael beat him?
I was in a convenience store about 2-3 weeks ago, and a guy was like paying, and he looked at me and he was like, "Jesse Eisenberg?" And I went, "No, no," and he goes, "Michael Cera."
Two guesses.
That's amazing.
Try
Got it the
again.
second
You were right around the corner.
So again, he's your nightmare and you're his.
People tell me all the time that they love me in Zombieland, and I say, if you like me in Zombieland, you got to check out Adventureland.
Mary,
This is the land.
Barry Big Bonce, again, not on the birth certificate, says...
What's the name?
Barry Big Bonce.
Very Big Bonds?
Do you know him?
No, I don't.
Says,
brother.
what are your feelings about the lack of strong female roles in cinema, and who were your female role models growing up?
There is a lack of strong female roles, and even like the leading lady characters in films are often required to be less strong. Like they kind of want the qualities. Often they want it to be more fragile or weak or kind of waif-like and vulnerable. And so I often get told I come across as too strong. But I'm like, why is that a negative thing? I don't
exactly.
understand. So that bothers me a great deal. So I was really excited to be a part of this film where there's not just my role, but every single female role in the film is strong and funny and interesting and complex in their own. Even if they have 3 lines, it's like a fully realized character.
Next question is from Mr. Mydak to Jason. And he just asked Jason, how does he live with being awesome all the time?
I think the key to staying grounded is, always call your driver by his first name. Always call your private chef. Ask him how he's doing. And really make sure that you're listening and not just like it's like
Turn the tables.
Yeah, exactly. Just always, for your staff, just always treat them like people. And I'm only being an asshole. I really don't feel that good. I really don't. I have very low self-esteem. So it's a strange question.
It's not how it comes across on screen to the masses, though, clearly.
Oh, well,
You're crippled inside, but that's not translating.
right. Oh, the tears of a clown.
And finally, from Philly82, who asks all of you, what are the cast members' favourite desserts? Now, Philly82 spells desserts with 1 S, so I'm guessing they're saying
Favorite
deserts.
desserts?
Yeah, what are your
Favorite
favourite
desserts?
deserts?
Sahara.
If I have
Yeah.
Sahara,
That's the
I
big
guess.
one, isn't it?
Yeah.
The
I don't know. I don't know my favorite
I don't
dessert.
hang out in
a
deserts
desert.
very often.
Just like,
Death Valley.
yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, that's a good one. I
That's a
like
good
Death
one.
Valley. Yeah, I like it. It's where the Undertaker's from.
Egypt.
Egypt, the whole of Egypt.
Just, the
Yeah,
Egypt desert.
okay.
Yeah.
And are we gonna say our favorite desserts too?
I think you may as well just so we cover all the
Just so we
bases.
have it in case
Yeah.
it was a spelling error.
Yeah.
And he's like, that was my one
Yeah,
chance.
I love everything. I'm one of those people who really likes cookie dough.
Oh,
Just like
shit.
just
Ew.
I know it's
Ew.
gross. But like if I'm making cookies, I have to
Ew.
have a really hard time.
Ew.
You're one
A
of those
really
people
hard
just, like,
time not
grabs
eating it.
with the spoon and you.
Oh, don't make that sound.
But that's what it is.
Are you one of those
I
people
don't do it, but I have
you
a
one-
hard time not like it's like I feel really compelled to do it.
Are you one of those people who makes a giant batch of cookies, but by the time you actually get to the cookies, you only make 2?
I know. Same with brownie. Like
You have a
the
tapeworm.
batter is like
Yeah,
better than
long.
brownies.
Any quick desserts? or-
Baklava
Interesting.
and pecan pie. Anything nutty, anything with lots of nuts and honey.
Okay.
Lovely. Yeah. Apple pie. What can I say?
Creme brulee. How about
Yeah,
that?
that's the classy option.
Yeah,
I'd love to
or
take
just
all.
any
I'd
ice
love to
cream.
take all of our desserts and smush them into a big bowl.
Yeah,
and
well,
eat
that's
Put it
waiting
in
for
a
you
blender.
outside.
it. Yeah.
Drink
just-
it.
Oh my god.
Without the cookie dough, though.
Oh, you
it's
can't do
nasty.
that. Yeah.
This is gross.
Bake it.
Okay.
We could rim the bowl in it. We could rim the bowl in it, and anyone who wants to eat it can have
Oh,
it.
that'd be great.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
No.
Do tonight.
I'll have that
I wanna
tonight.
share
You know,
it.
cookie dough is my nickname on the high school swim team.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. Oh, here comes old cookie dough again. Hey guys, here we go.
I think we've reached
The
the
goggles.
final course. I think literally and metaphorically.
Cookie dough.
Literally and metaphorically.